Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about your past medical history, I'd like to talk a little bit about your family history, if that's okay.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is I'd like to ask you questions about your grandparents, your parents, siblings, and children if you have them. Okay. So, are you aware of any chronic illnesses that run in your family?
Yes. My grandmother had a stroke. My grandfather died of a heart attack, and my dad has diabetes, and my mom has hypertension.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions regarding those illnesses.
Okay.
So you said your grandmother had a stroke, right? Do you know how old she was when she had that stroke?
She was in her 80s.
In her 80s?
Yes.
Okay. And she
actually passed away.
She passed away from the stroke? Okay. And your grandfather, you said he also passed away from a heart attack. And
Yes.
at what age was that?
It might have been in his 50s, but that was before I was born, so
Okay.
I'm not
That's
too
your
sure
best
about it.
best guesstimate. Okay, 50s. That's pretty young. So I'll make a note of that. And then you said your dad has diabetes and your mom has hypertension.
Yes.
For your dad, around what age was he diagnosed?
In his 40s.
How about your mom?
Also in her 40s.
Also in her 40s. Okay. Are they both controlled?
Yeah, I think they're pretty well controlled with their medication.
Okay, perfect. And what about any siblings?
I have a sister, and she's pretty healthy. She's 18, young and healthy.
Just one sister?
Just one.
Okay, nice. Any children?
No.
No children. Okay, perfect. All right. Do you know if anybody in your family has ever been diagnosed with any type of mental illness? And what I mean by that is, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, depression.
No, none of those.
None of those?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. Do you know if anybody has any issues with drugs or alcohol?
No.
No drugs or alcohol? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that information regarding your family history. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions about your personal lifestyle. And I do understand that some of these questions may be a little uncomfortable. So if you feel they are too uncomfortable to answer, then that's okay. You don't have to, but I would highly encourage you to answer them. And just know that everything that we talk about today here stays in the office with us. I just need it for my benefit to better understand what's going on, okay?
Okay.
So, are you sexually active?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you protect yourself?
Well, I'm married in a monogamous relationship, so I don't.
Okay, perfect.
Need protection.
Perfect. And are you on birth control?
No.
No. Okay. Are you guys trying to have a baby?
Yes.
Awesome. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay. And what about alcohol? Do you drink?
Not at all.
Nope, no alcohol?
Mm-mm.
Perfect. What about any tobacco use?
No.
No tobacco use. Okay. And so, any illicit drugs?
No.
No, none? Perfect. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about where you live?
Yeah, I live in an apartment close to my university.
Okay, do you live alone?
Yes. At the moment, I'm living alone because I'm going to school.
Okay. Okay. So I know you said your husband. You said you were married.
Yes.
So your husband is not.
He's not with me here, right? He's actually back home in Pakistan. So,
Okay.
I'm here by myself for school.
Okay. Wow. I bet that's tough.
It is.
Yeah. I know how that goes. Okay, but I know that your family is far away. But if you needed something, do you feel that you have enough support from your school friends that you've made, and even do you talk to your husband on a daily basis and your mom?
Yes, I do stay in touch with my family. But for me right now, my classmates, my group mates have become more of a family because we're going through this together. So they're more of a better, bigger support system for me at the moment. So whenever I have any issues, I just text them, call them, go see them.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to have a circle like that.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I know you're in school full time.
Yes.
Sounds like, right? So you're currently not working?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, I'd like you to walk me through a day of your diet.
I'll typically have sometimes cereal in the morning. Sometimes I'll have an egg, or I'll make myself a smoothie with like a couple of fruits. For lunch, a sandwich. Typically, it's a tuna sandwich, or maybe a turkey sandwich. And then for dinner, I'll have depends. Sometimes I'll have like a cup noodle because I'm busy with school. I don't have time to really cook or anything. So, or I'll just order takeout, pizza, something like that.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're trying to make some good choices for the most part, and I do understand the whole being on the go and not having enough time to do those things. And as long as we're making better choices most of the time. I think that's helpful. Like the cereal, for example, as long as you're not eating the cereals that are extremely sugary, there's some cereals out there that we can have that have a lot less sugar in them that are good. And, I would encourage you to, maybe carry snacks for school, and make sure that they're fruits and veggies. So you get some more of those fruits and veggies in.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for that information. Now we have a couple of questions that I'm going to ask you about other systems, and I'll go through some of the. We're going to cut that out.